welcome to this pick a card reading. This is going to be all about how they feel about you. Close your eyes and ask the question, how do they really feel about me? And then when you open your eyes, just pick whichever one of these piles calls to you the most. Which one are you most attracted to? Pile 1. Group 1. So you chose the amber. And today, yeah, we're just going to take a look. Okay, so denial. So this person, they're in denial about what happened between you. Let's just take a look at the current situation between you. But yeah, the vibe of how they feel about you is denial. So they feel like it's like you almost had something. You could have had a relationship, you know. This is what you could have had. You could have had an abundance. You could have built something great together. Yeah, you were on your way to building something solid, but it fell apart, clearly. How do they truly feel about you right now? Let's pull a tarot card for what's the energy for how they yeah, okay, yeah, so they see you as like they could have had something. They could have really started something great with you. They could have really built something with you. That's how they feel about you right now. But that it never, you know, you never really got to make it actually happen. Like somehow it was stunted, this connection. And what is Spirit's advice? What's Spirit's advice? This card? Okay. Eight of Cups in reverse. Cups are about emotions. And here you can see this person is moving away from their emotions. They're leaving certain things behind, but it was upside down, so I think what this card is saying is that you need to figure out a way how to leave your feelings for this person behind. Yeah. Like, you're in this stagnant energy where you're, you know, like, this is what you're being called to do. You're being called to walk away. But you're not, because you're here listening to tarot readings about this person. Yeah, Spirit is saying just like, you know, walk away from it. Just leave the situation behind. Because there's really nothing for you here. Let's just do some clarifiers, actually. So I want to clarify this card. I want to clarify Spirit's advice. So let's get some clarification, please. Now, come out properly. I'd like you to fly out. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, so you have the king. I thought that was a queen, but it's not. Is that a king or a queen? Wait, is that the queen or the king? Hold on. Why can I not tell if that is a male or a female? I think that's the king. Yes, that is the king. 'Cause Queen of Wands looks different, doesn't she? Yeah. So that's a clue as well. This person that you're dealing with could be a little bit androgynous. Like, yeah, they could look like, yeah, androgynous. And then here you have the High Priestess, all about intuition and stepping into the power that comes from being fully connected with your higher self. Source energy. Everything that you want, everything that you're trying to create, all your desires, you're so close to everything. You just need to put certain things behind you so you can claim this energy back and use it for yourself. Yeah, because this situation with this person, it's been draining you. You know, the cups are upside down. It's been draining you emotionally. You've been losing a lot of, like, leaking a lot of energy thinking about this situation. Even if this person does feel like they could have had something with you, and maybe if you did almost have something with this person, it doesn't really mean that, you know, that it was supposed to happen. Things happen the way they're supposed to happen. So if it didn't happen, that's the best thing that could have happened. Drink every time you hear the word happen. Okay, you know what, let's just get a little bit more clarity, because I think you guys probably do want to know a little bit more about how they feel about you. So yeah, let's focus on getting some clarifiers for this card. How do they feel about you now? Really? Okay, we shall take the stack. Oh, okay, so they're depressed. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Hold on. How do I show you this? Wait, put this. Okay, I'm just gonna put these here. Okay, look at this. Let me just move. I'll just move these. Okay, so this is the card we want clarity on, right? You've got a 9 here, which is describing what happened, and then you have all of these cards. Look at this. 9, 9, 9. 999. 9! You've got all the 9s! Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay, so, we'll talk about the 9s in a minute. So, they feel like they worked really hard to try and make it happen with you. You know, they feel like they put in a lot of effort. They were really trying to make this relationship, this connection, this is how they feel. You know, this is what they think. Maybe that's not how you feel. You feel like maybe they didn't put enough effort, but they feel like they really did try. They feel like, you know, they really battled and pushed themselves in this relationship. As you can see, he's like, you know, tired, and he has all of his wands, but he's like been through the wars a little bit. But he feels like, or he or she, I'm just saying he because it's a male in the photo for the tarot. But so here we have the 9 of Cups, but it's reversed. So it's like they feel like they put in all of this effort, and they feel like, look, I just lost my voice like randomly. So they feel like you couldn't hear them. They feel like they weren't heard in the relationship, and it's like they put in all of this effort, but they didn't get what reward or what outcome they feel like they ought to have got from the effort that they put in. So they feel like, yeah, they just feel like they really tried with you and it didn't pay off. And then you have the Ace of Swords here in reverse, and it's like, this to me shows that they still aren't able to look at the situation from your perspective. They can't see the situation or what happened between you here. They can't, yeah, they're just like looking at it from their own perspective, like they have tunnel vision, you know, their opinion, the way that they felt, the way that they saw it, and they are not able to have this new perspective, this new way of looking at what happened. You know, they're stuck in the way that they originally and have always thought about what happened between you, and it's making them depressed. They're just depressed about it. They can't stop thinking about it. They likely are having dreams about it, and you know, it's something that's just plaguing them, and it's getting them down, and you know, they like, you're constantly in this person's thoughts, and not in a good way. Like, they're depressed about it. Yeah. And then you have literally all of the nines. You have all of the nines in this reading. That's pretty amazing. You've got 2 1s, all the 9s. So, oh. Yeah, there's just this energy of like almost having a dream come true, almost getting to a point of completion, because that's what 9 is. 9 is actually, in numerology, it's like the final card of completion. So it could also be symbolizing that this is like the end of a karmic cycle for you, like this is some sort of completion for you. But since this reading is about how they feel about you now, yeah, generally it's like they just feel like they were almost at 10 energy with you, just didn't quite get there. Yeah, like they feel like you didn't even really have like a chance to start things properly. So it's a little bit of contradicting energy. It's like they feel like they could have had it all with you, like you almost had it all, but also that you never really had a fresh start, or had like a clean start. So I don't know, maybe the way that you got into a connection with this person was a little bit chaotic. Like maybe there was still some third-party connections from the past, like exes or things like that, that either you or they or both of you were involved in and tied to. So maybe that's why they feel like you didn't really have a chance to start things on a clean slate, maybe. Yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting. And you know, 999, it's like emergency, you know. Maybe, yeah, that's how they feel. They feel like losing you is like it's like devastating. It's like an emergency. It's like, you know, they have this like frantic energy, like, you know, when something terrible happens and you're calling 999 because like you need help right away. That's maybe kind of the energy that they're also in. Like they just feel, you know, because 999 came out in a stack. Help. They want help. They want help with how they feel. They need help. They miss you for sure. But Spirit is saying, maybe we get a little bit more clarification on Spirit. My table is not big enough for this. I need more space. Okay, where are the cards? Here they are. So let's just move this a little bit. Here we go. Yeah. So clarification, a little bit more insight on advice. What to do? What to do? Oh, really? That's a lot. That's a lot of cards. I will try. Let me try. I feel like this is Spirit telling the story of what happened to you. It's like you were in Hermit. Is this the Hermit? I think this is the Hermit. Hermit energy. You were kind of like coming out of Hermit energy, so maybe you were healing from something when you met this person. And they caused you a bit of like financial struggles during the relationship. I think being together, maybe they sabotaged your finances somehow. It kind of opened your mind though, like you changed the way that you were thinking about things. Like you started to think about things a little bit differently, and you got to this King of Cups energy. So you mastered something while being with this person. This person somehow it's like you closed out a karmic cycle to do with mastering a certain emotional pattern. And then you have this Five of Cups. So it's just like how you felt after the ending. It's like you got rid of some cups, but you feel like you left a little bit behind. You still feel like maybe there was something there with them, you know, something that you missed. Some sort of emotional connection that maybe you missed. And it has you in a lot of movement in your thoughts, you know. Sometimes you think that it was a good decision, sometimes you think it wasn't. And yeah, you just feel a little bit like lost, and that these thoughts are just coming at you, and you don't know really where they're coming from, but you just keep getting these thoughts, these intrusive thoughts. Yeah, I think it's just like you have this like period where it was a lot of thoughts and feelings, a lot of being in your head, and also feeling all of this chaotic energy, a lot of movement. Yeah, you keep going back and forth about this relationship in your head, trying to figure out, should I like move, like, you know, you're stuck in this kind of, I feel like it's like a loop of feelings and thoughts and feelings and thoughts and feelings and thoughts. And then you have the Ten of Cups in reverse. So I think ultimately this is Spirit saying to you that you could never really have like this happy sort of family with this person anyways, and you know that, you know. And that's why now it's better for you to focus on what you want to do in the world. Here, Wands. It ended with Wands. King of Wands. And the Two of Wands here. So yeah, this is like a card saying focus on yourself. There's so many opportunities. You have so many, you know, like things to experience, and this person is not your person. They're not end game for you. You got more things ahead of you. So yeah, just focus on moving forward. Don't worry about this person. This person, they're in denial. I think they're just in denial about the reality of the relationship, you know, your compatibility, their behavior, whether it could work or not. Deep down inside, you know that this person wasn't really, like, this person was just a lesson on your way to meeting your actual person, but they're not the one. They thought they were the one, but you know they're not the one. So yeah, that is all. That's all for today. Let me know in the comments if this resonated, and if it did, I would love for you to like this video, so that, you know, it's like feedback for me, so I know that these readings are actually resonating with people. And yeah, thank you for being here. This channel is super new, and if you have found this reading, then it will probably mean a lot more to you, since my audience is more, what's the word, you know, there's like a nice little group of you, so it should be a bit more tailored to the collective that's watching this. Yeah. Oh, and maybe there's like a little bit of a message here for you. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So yeah, a closing message. Maybe you're like worried that you might have missed out on something with this person, but just know that you haven't missed out on anything. Just have to be aware of what the truth of this relationship really was. And just know that there is someone out there for you. Like, you didn't miss out on anything with this person. They're just not your person. You've got somebody else, you know, for you. Just work on yourself. Look at all the opportunities you have, and don't worry about them. All right, bye. Hello, pile 2, group 2. This is your reading about how they feel about you now. You picked the fire and ice quartz point. I'm so thirsty. Maybe you're thirsty. Or maybe this person is thirsty for you. That's why I'm thirsty. Yeah, how they really feel about you now. So let's just take a look at this doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Okay, so the general vibe of this person's feelings for you is doubt. How interesting. Alright. So let's see what the current situation is between you. That's a huge stack. Oh my God. Should I take this? This is a big stack. Sorry, was it like this, right? It's like this? Okay, so all right, let's just try it. Let's try and see like what on earth. So from these cards, the current situation between you, it's like they feel like they were trying to build something, or you were both maybe trying to build something, but you didn't quite get there. But you both had this like energy of that you were building something solid together. You really did feel like this person was potentially someone that you could actually, you know, maybe like marry, settle down with. Let me just move this because you can't really see what I'm doing. You already know what that card is. Okay, so but here I do see that there could be, there was maybe like an issue to do with third party or betrayal or like options or triangulation. There was some sort of energy in your situation that included that sort of shitty dynamic. And then there's an energy here of feeling like someone just didn't, you know, like this is like the feeling of giving up, like not fighting for what you want, not fighting to make it work. And then just like abandoning feelings, abandoning thoughts, moving away, moving on. And that it wasn't fair. Someone was putting in more effort than the other person. That was kind of the general vibe here. You've got also, interestingly, 2 3s and 2 6s that came out right next to each other. So anyway, yeah, there's just this general energy here of like hope and heartache, and walking away from something. Like, you know, there's this imbalance in feelings, in how someone wanted the relationship, or how someone was investing, and, you know, like how much effort and how much energy someone was willing to put into the connection. There was no balance there. Someone was wanting to put everything into it, and somebody else was like, nah, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm moving on. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So, just put these here. I'm gonna have to do it maybe in layers, because, yeah. Alright, so this next card, it's supposed to just be one card. You got 6. Oh, 6. 6. 6, 6, 6. Anyway. Alright. So how they truly feel about you now. Oh. Ah, what? Excuse me. Yeah, this person is Delulu. I think this doubt is maybe Delulu. It could have, yeah, it should say Delulu. Because this person feels that they still have, like, yeah, you know when you have like an obsessive crush on someone, and you're like Delulu about it? That's what I'm getting here. And this person is Delulu about your situation. They still believe that you have this Two of Cups energy. They probably think that you're soulmates. They probably think that you're meant to be together. And they think that maybe one day when the time is right, they will reconnect with you and you'll get back together and have this happily ever after. And yeah, they just think that there's like some sort of soulmate, twin flame connection between you two. That's how they feel about you. So good luck with that. Or maybe it's what you want. I don't know. Maybe you realize that this person is actually like, I don't know, someone you want to try again with. But anyway, let's see what is Spirit's advice. What is Spirit's advice for, to take these? Oh goodness. Okay, so Spirit is saying no. Like, don't, if this person tries to get back into your life, don't do it. You're just gonna be trapped in your head with a bunch of thoughts. Like, you're just gonna be feeling really stressed out. This person is just gonna stress you out if you get back together with them, or if you try and like reconcile, or yeah, just basically don't get involved with this person again, because it's gonna sabotage you. I'm just getting like a really strong vibe here of it being self-sabotage if you involve yourself more with this person that you have in mind. Yeah, this is like a clear warning. I mean, you've got the World card in reverse, and then you've got the Ten of Swords. You know, like everything you want, the world, like your entire world is gonna be turned upside down, and you're gonna feel like shit. So that's a clear no. Let's clarify this Two of Cups, how they truly feel about you right now. Let's see. Probably gonna get a stack with the story. Okay, how do they feel? Let's get a bit more clarity on how they feel about you right now. Oh. Okay, so these came out like separately. So I'm just gonna take a look at. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. So let's just move these warnings out the way. I'm gonna put them over here, all right? Can you see this clearly? Okay, let me just make sure you can see this clearly. Okay, so it came out, that was like the original card. It came out like this. So yeah, they basically think this just confirms the Delulu card. I mean, look, 10 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Like, they feel like they can have this abundance, this loving relationship with you. You know, they think that you have the chance to start again, the Fool. You know, they think that they can manifest you and make it happen here with the Magician. Yeah, this person is, like I said, I knew it, Delulu. Absolutely 100% Delulu about you. And about this relationship. And yeah, I think you were definitely the one that walked away. You were the one that realized that this relationship wasn't worth the effort. And that's why they felt like there was this imbalance. But probably because this person had some, like, I don't know, wishy-washy energy. These, like, threes, you know, showing me that there was some sort of, like, triangulation or third party. You know, they didn't really make you feel like you were the only person for them. But yeah, this person is definitely not mentally stable, clearly. Yeah, they know. No, they're not. That's why this is the advice from Spirit. Don't go there. Don't do it. Yeah, just don't. Okay, so that's all for today. I'm gonna love you and leave you with that, because I think that was a pretty clear message. Yeah, like this video, please, if this resonated. Let me know in the comments as well, you know, what pile you picked, if it resonated, because it's good for me to know. I would appreciate the feedback. Also, if you guys have any questions, like any types of any like pick a card readings that you would like me to do, for example, like, feel free to just put it in the comments, and then I'll make a pick a card reading just for that topic that you put. And yeah, thank you for being here. This is a new channel, and I appreciate every single one of you that is here watching and supporting me. And yeah, sending you so much love, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Pile 3, Group 3, hello. Welcome to your reading about how they really feel about you now. You picked the Larimar. This is a blue crystal. It's about communication. It's also like a very islandy crystal. So there could be a connection there. Like, maybe this person is from the islands, or maybe you're from the islands. Anyway, let us look at their energy. Oh my goodness. Blame. Okay, so they blame you. Yeah, they blame you for the way that things went down. That's the vibe. So we're gonna look a little bit more into this person's feelings for you, but generally they blame you. It's all your fault. Yeah. Obviously, it's not really all your fault, but that's just how they feel. Okay, so let us look at the current situation between you. What is the current situation between you and this person? What's the current? Oh, you. Okay. So you have the King of Cups in reverse. That is the current situation between you. I think I'm gonna have to clarify that later on. Okay, so how they feel about you now. How does this person, what do they feel about you now? Okay, this came out sideways. I'm gonna keep it sideways because it means something. You got the Tower and it came out sideways, so they're not really sure if they missed something not being with you, or if they avoided something with you or not being with you. That makes sense. And what is Spirit's guidance or message about this connection, this person, this situation? Okay. All right, clarifiers. Like, what is going on with you guys right now? What's actually happening in this connection? What is happening? Okay. So from here, I think the relationship is over. Like, you're not together anymore. And you're doing really well. You're like really happy about not being with this person. You've got your spark back. You're getting your glow back. And you're loving your inner child. You know, your inner child is like feeling happy, feeling free. But yeah, you're glowing up after this relationship. So things ended, you're glowing up. That's what I'm getting. Which is good, you know, good for you. Should never stay in a relationship with somebody that dims your shine. It's not a way to live life. Better to be single and alone, but still do what you want to do and have fun, than to be in a relationship and have that label and be miserable. Like, that's not what life's about. Okay, so how do they feel about you now? So let's get some clarifications on this Tower card that came out sideways. Yeah, I feel like they're kind of maybe they thought that in the beginning, before, they thought that they avoided this like Tower energy when you split up. But now I think they're starting to think that maybe losing you is actually what that Tower energy is about. Yeah, some people, that's why you got blamed, because they blame you for things, but maybe they're starting to realize that actually you weren't the one to blame. But yeah, let's get some clarification. Some cards to clarify. Please clarify this tower. Okay. Taking its time, getting the right cards. So how do they feel about you? How does this person feel about viewer? Still feel like this is not enough information. So what Spirit is saying here, what Tarot is saying here, that they are losing sleep. They're having like insomnia, sleepless nights, restless nights. They're like up at night thinking about you. They're restless in their thoughts. They can't figure out whether or not they actually lost something with you, rather than what they initially maybe thought, which was that they escaped something, or that, you know, because they blame you, right? But they're not entirely sure though, even though they do blame you, because that's probably like their initial ego response to the situation. They're not entirely sure if this blame is warranted, you know? And here with this Four of Wands, it's like they feel like they could have manifested stability with you, maybe, or they're like questioning if maybe they could have maybe had this with you. You know, they're not sure, but this is why they're unsure about whether or not losing you was a good or a bad thing, because they're like, they, you know, maybe I could have been happy with this person. Maybe it's because they can see as well that you're a lot happier now that it's over. They can see that you're glowing, you know? So they're starting to think, they can't sleep. They're wondering whether or not they made a mistake, whether or not they were the problem, you know? Whether or not they missed something. But I'm just generally getting a immature vibe from this person. I just think, I don't know, why would you waste your time with somebody that's not sure and can't even figure out, you know? It's like this person has no common sense. They have no ability to self-reflect. They have no self-awareness. They can't see the role that they play in things not working, you know? They don't take accountability. They just want to point fingers, and they don't want to look in the mirror. So, okay. Let's get some clarifying cards for what Spirit is saying to you, because right now you've got Five of Swords. So I'm sorry about that sound. It's my water tank. One day I will replace my water tank so it doesn't make that dreadful noise. But yeah, so what I'm getting here from this card alone is that the message from Spirit says, you gotta let it go. Like, it's time for you to just let this person cling on, you know, like, don't worry about what they think about you, because this, like, it's not worth your energy, you know, trying to make this person see what they don't want to see, what they're refusing to see. They just want to hang on to the way that they think. And yeah, it's like, you just walk away. Just walk away, because they just want to hang on to their swords. They want to hang on to the way that they think. They want to blame you, you know? Even though deep down inside, even though they have some sort of like doubt and suspicion that they might have misplaced the blame, they're stubborn. Yeah, they're stubborn. So let's get some clarifying cards for that. Let me just want to know a little bit more about Spirit's guidance. But that's what I got initially. Okay, cool. That jumped out. So did anything else flip? No. So here we have Queen of Swords. Yeah. Oh no, not Queen of Swords. Sorry. This isn't Queen of Swords. What's this? Is this Justice? Okay. So Spirit is saying, you just let this person, like, basically they're gonna get their karma. Yeah. That's what the Justice card has come out to say. That's what Spirit wants to tell you with the Justice card. They are gonna get their karma. Eventually they're going to realize that, you know, they're gonna eventually we don't know how long. I don't know how to do time predictions yet either, but eventually they're gonna realize that they've misplaced the blame. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna take accountability. They're gonna realize the role they played in everything, and they're gonna get their karma. It's gonna balance out, but it's not your job to convince this person to drop their swords, you know? You just gotta walk away. You gotta let them figure it out. And they will figure it out. There will be justice. They will get their karma. And balance will be restored. Yeah, because you got the scale here and then you got swords. So for me, that's like they will, you know, come to a realization. And things will be balanced again. Because right now they blame you. They 100% blame you. They think that you are the reason why things didn't work out. But really, it's because they couldn't reflect. And they couldn't look in the mirror and admit and see the role that they played in, you know, how you behave towards them as well. They just saw you as the bad guy or the bad girl. And they didn't really want to acknowledge that the reason why you were behaving in a certain way might be because you're reacting to their behavior. You know, it was all about how bad your behavior was, how you hurt them, how you did this, how you did that, and not enough about, okay, what did I do? Like, how did I contribute to this situation not working out? Yeah, so they have a lot of growth. They have a lot of growing to do, and they'll get there eventually, but it's not your job to get them there, you know? They have to do that by themselves. And it's a waste of your time and energy anyway, so yeah. Move on, move forward, let this person figure it out. They, you know, are, they will eventually get there, but, you know, it's not your job to wait around for that to happen. Your life is your life. You should live your life doing what you want, having fun, meeting people, and if you're meant to be together, then I'm sure at some point the universe will bring you back together, but there's no point wasting your time and wasting your life and wasting potentially very fun experiences because you're just waiting for this person to figure it out. Yeah, don't do that. Just have fun. Do what you want. You know, just trust that whoever you're meant to be with and whatever is meant for you will always find you. So yeah, that is your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching this pick a card reading. I hope that the advice and the guidance that Spirit gave you today has been useful, and oh yeah, so just one final message I think wanted to come out for you. This is the Ten of Swords. They are feeling the weight of their thoughts. Yeah, they're like all consumed. They're consumed by their thoughts about the situation. But they blame you. So look, this is what happens when you don't take accountability. See that? Yeah. So yeah, that is your message. That is how they feel about you. And if you liked this reading, if it resonated, leave me a comment. Let me know which pile you picked, if it resonated. And I hope to see you in my next video. Have a lovely, wonderful, blessed day, and take care. Bye.